at KU Radio. And from the KUR Studio Newsroom, I'm Mike Regensberger.
Any views or opinions expressed on KUR are not necessarily those of Kutztown University, Kutztown University Student Government, Kutztown University Student Services Incorporated, KUR staff and management, or other affiliated organizations.
Kutztown Live. Kutztown University Campus's Campus and Community Interest Radio Magazine. You can call Kutztown Live at 610-683-4859. And now, your host for Kutztown Live, Juliana Jablonski.
Good afternoon and welcome to Kutztown Live. I'm your host, Juliana, for this afternoon. Last week, we spoke to Linda Duffy from the Health Center, and she was here telling us about the Student Health 101 electronic publications. And also last week, we spoke to Sparrow, the entertainer and singer, and we were even able to hear a few of his songs. If you missed last week's show, be sure to head on over to the KUR website at www.kutztown.edu/KUR and click on the podcast link at the bottom of the page. And on to today's show, we will first be speaking to our returning guest, Lori D'Onofrio Galli of the Northeast Berks Chamber of Commerce, and she brought along with her Kim Davis, a business consultant. And later on in the show, we will be speaking to Gary Solomon, the bassist, fiddle player, and vocalist. And after that, we will be chatting with Nick from WEEU. He was here with us a few weeks ago. Here with us now is Lori D'Onofrio Galli and Kim Davis. Welcome to the show.
Hello, Juliana. Thank you for having us.
Yes, welcome back. We're glad to have you here. So would you like to fill us in on any updates going on in the chamber and new things and events you have coming up?
I'd love to do that. As you can imagine, our regional chamber thrives on many partnerships, and we have several meetings and events coming up in the fall, and the success of those is dependent upon some of those partnerships. So our next breakfast meeting will be held on November 18th at Keystone Villa at Fleetwood, and our featured speaker will be Mark Rentschler from Kutztown University Small Business Development Center. And Marilee Moffitt is the sponsor for that event, and she is a financial planner with the Good Life Financial Group. Also present for that meeting will be our nonprofit partner, and that will be Friend Inc., which is located here in Kutztown, and Sandy Wise, the executive director, will share information about their mission and services, and we will be collecting soup for Friend Inc. for the Thanksgiving season. So anyone who is a member or guest or anyone else in the community who's listening today is welcome to deliver some soup donations to the chamber office at 110 West Main Street. Also that day, we will be organizing a student recognition program, which is held 4 times a year. And I'm proud to say that some of our sponsors for that program include Kutztown University, Kutztown University Foundation, and most recently, our newest sponsor is the Rotary Club of Hamburg. Juliana, I just wanted to mention that on December 2nd, we will be holding our annual holiday member luncheon at Berkeley Golf Club in Kutztown. That will be sponsored by Bruce Rader of Burke Surveying and Engineering in Fleetwood. And we are currently organizing a silent auction. And we are in the process of collecting some wonderful donations from members. Right now we have quite a few at the office, ranging in value from $25 to $500. And we are looking for some additional goods and services. We could accept gift certificates or gift cards. And again, that is open to anyone in the membership or within the community. And we can collect those at the chamber office. So those are a couple things that we have coming up in the next few weeks.
That should be exciting.
I brought with me today another business person. This is Kim Davis of KD Consulting. She is an entrepreneur in the truest sense of the word. She's been actively engaged in the chamber for over 12 years, and I'm sure she'll share with you all of her projects and initiatives. So I'd like to introduce Kim Davis.
Thank you, Lori, for inviting me today. I'm excited to be here and share a little bit about my company and also things I do in the community as well. So KD Consulting is a small business solution and also a professional development company. We provide merchant solutions, credit card processing for all size businesses, and also consulting to help businesses take their company to the next level. On the professional development side, I just relaunched this year a workshop series called the 9 O'Clock Club. And what that is a monthly workshop series where we bring in a local expert to talk to a small group of attendees about their business. It pulls those attendees out of their business for about 90 minutes to work on their business instead of in their business. So we just launched that this year. Our next speaker is Kate Elfatah. She'll be talking at the Chamber office on Thursday, November 17th. Typically, our sessions are at 9:30 and run to about 11. Her first session sold out quickly yesterday, so we are holding a second session with Kate in November from 12 to 1:30. And anyone that may be interested in that can check out the event at 9o'clockclub.com. As far as my involvement in the community, I work with Kutztown Community Partnership and also Friend Inc. I like being able to give back on different levels, so being able to connect with those organizations throughout the community is something of real interest to mine. Like Lori said, I have been a member of the Chamber for over 12 years. I can't believe it's been that long already, but 12 years, certainly it has served me well, and it's a great way to connect with other leaders in the community. So thank you again, Lori, for having me today and allowing me to share a little bit about my business.
Of course. Kim's also an excellent volunteer for the Chamber, and she was involved for the last few years with the Shining Star Event Planning Committee.
All right. It was nice meeting both of you, or nice seeing you again, Lori, and nice meeting you, Kim.
Thank you.
So is that everything?
I think so. I just want to mention, I always have a lot of dates to mention, don't I, Juliana? The Saturday immediately following Thanksgiving is Small Business Saturday. And we know that that was originally an initiative of American Express. And for another consecutive year, merchants in downtown Kutztown, along with KCP as a partner and the Northeast Berks Chamber, will be organizing another Small Business Saturday. So shop local, shop small, shop Kutztown 2 days after Thanksgiving. And I'll share more about that initiative and the merchants involved in the coming weeks.
All right, and will that be like up Main Street shops?
Yes,
type thing?
It'll probably start about 9 a.m. and run till 5.
Okay.
And this will be an opportunity to visit some of the unique shops. I know last year I brought several friends from both the other side of Berks County and also Lancaster County who found that there were some very unique shops here in Kutztown that they'd never visited before, and some of them have been back several times since.
I was even just saying to my roommate the other day that I haven't even been in a lot of the shops down Main Street, so...
Well, that'll be a great opportunity.
I've been saying I need to get down there and check out all the little shops.
You probably spend all your time in the radio station, Juliana.
A little bit. All right. Well, thank you both very much for stopping in today and updating us on all of the things you have going on in the Chamber, and we will see you again in 2 weeks.
Yes, you will. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
We're going to cut to a short break here, and after the break, we will be speaking with Gary Solomon.
It's Telescopic Topics, a look into the world above us.
We've all probably wondered what lies beyond our small, self-contained little world. Hello, my name is Luzaida Bonilla, and this is Exobiology. The question many have pondered is whether there is intelligent life beyond Earth. Some scientists and philosophers have speculated about life on other planets for centuries, and today the search for life is a major driving factor in space exploration. Signs of possible life have been found in material from outer space, and much research has been dedicated to proving the existence of life on Mars, such as SETI. SETI, the Search for Extraterrestrial Intelligence, is the program entirely dedicated to finding and establishing communication with extraterrestrials. Although contact with aliens has not yet been made, technology today may make it a reality in the near future. In the search for ET, most search strategies have concentrated on radio or laser signals. Astronomers are using Dyson spheres, infrared signals, and laser communications. Kent Cullers, the director of SETI Research and Development at the SETI Institute in California, has been searching for radio signals from intelligent aliens for more than 20 years. In 2002, Cullers had more ways to listen to the stars thanks to the Allen Testable Array, aka ATA. The ATA is located at Hat Creek Radio Observatory in California and was founded by Paul Allen, the co-founder of Microsoft. It consists of approximately 350 satellite dishes with a combined collecting area of 2.47 acres. This design allows researchers to electronically combine the ATA's output in various ways. The instrument employs programmable chips and software for signal processing, which gives the array the flexibility of looking at a SETI target star while simultaneously observing another astronomical object elsewhere in the sky. Astronomers are still listening for any kind of noise that could indicate another world trying to contact us. It is true, while we can never be completely sure that we won't have extraterrestrial visitors tomorrow, but for today, we can be confident aliens have not come yet.
Telescopic Topics, a look into the world above us. Stay tuned to KUR for more telescopic topics, and for more information, or to hear this segment again, click on the Telescopic Topics icon on the KUR website at www.kutztown.edu/KUR. Telescopic Topics is a production of the KU Physical Sciences Department and is recorded by KU astronomy students in the studios of KUR. Thank you for listening, and we'll see you next time.
It's on us.
To stop sexual assault.
To do something, anything, to keep an assault from happening.
To take reports of sexual assault seriously.
Get in the way if we see something happening. It's on us to never blame the victim.
To be part of the solution, not part of the problem.
It's on us, the entire Kutztown University family, to stop sexual assault.
I took the pledge, and you can too, at itsonus.org.
Make sure to tune in to KUR for your weekly sports talk. Catch Under the Lights with Josh and Paul every Monday night at 6 to 8 p.m. EST. Then catch the 2:15 Philly Sports Talk Show with Josh every Thursday evening from 4 to 5 p.m. EST. Finish the week right on Friday afternoons 2 to 3 p.m. EST for Off the Top Ropes with Paul for all your pro wrestling news. Stream it live at www.kutztown.edu/KUR. KUR, the radio voice of Kutztown University.
Welcome back to Kutztown Live. I'm your host, Juliana, and before the break there, we spoke with Lori D'Onofrio-Galli of the Northeast Berks Chamber of Commerce. She filled us in on some of the upcoming events they have planned going on there, and she brought along with her Kim Davis, the business consultant. And here with us now is Gary Solomon. Welcome to the show. How are you this afternoon?
I'm good. Thank you very much.
Good. So, we've heard you play quite a few different instruments and even sing. Would you like to tell us a little bit how this began?
Sure. Well, the band, they were Dylan's backup band in the 60s when he, quote, went electric. and then emerged with their own set of albums and their own career in the late 60s through the 70s. And they were always my favorite band growing up, and when I was a teenager playing in rock and roll bands, and always close to my heart. So on a whim, sort of, a bunch of friends got together and put this band together, and it just sort of took off, and now it's been 9 years. One thing that's quite unusual about the band and the individual members was between the 5 guys in the band, they played over 25 instruments. So we don't quite play that many, but we're all multi-instrumentalists, and so we can pick up a few different instruments and emulate what the band did.
Okay, that's cool. And who have some of your musical inspirations been?
Well, I mean, certainly Bob Dylan was among the first. When I was not even 10 years old, I was listening to Free Will and Bob Dylan, and Times They Are Changing, and albums like that were current at the time. The Beatles, certainly, the whole British Invasion, the Stones, the Kinks, the Motown bands, all the early rock and roll throughout the late 50s and early 60s were all very prominently influential for me, but none more than Bob Dylan and the band.
All right. And I heard your group has been able to tour with a few people. Who have been some of the people you've toured with, and what have been some of the cool places you've been able to perform at?
Well, the band, this particular band, our tribute band, we perform, we have our own touring schedule, but individually, we have played with a lot of great folks. One of us played with Bruce Springsteen a few times. One of us played with Chuck Berry once. I myself toured with Steve Forbert, the folk rock singer, for a couple of years, and John Hall from the band Orleans. And we've had some brushes with folks along that level over the years.
Okay, and you say you're on tour now, did you say?
Yeah, our tours, we're based out of Rockland County, New York, which is just a little bit northwest of New York City. And so our tours tend to be, weekends or extended weekends, 3-4 days out, up into the Northeast, into New England, or maybe out to Cleveland, Ohio, Buffalo, New York, down to Virginia and D.C. area. So, it's a greater East Coast, Northeast kind of area. So we're going to be at the Mock Chunk Opera House on November 5th over in Jim Thorpe, PA. The night before, we'll be at the Stone Pony down in Asbury Park. So it's sort of a Jersey, Pennsylvania wing of the tour, if you will.
All right, and I think I saw on November 5th, it's the 5th annual celebration of the Last Waltz. Is that...
Well, yes, it's the 5th time that we are playing a Last Waltz anniversary show at Mock Chunk. That's the 5th anniversary, but the Last Waltz itself was 40 years ago, and there's a lot of celebrations all around the country by lots of different artists and musicians who are paying tribute to the band. Of course, we've been doing it for many years. We're not waiting for just a big round number, but it is quite an auspicious moment in rock and roll history, I would say.
Okay, so that's this November 5th, and will that just be you, or will there be other groups performing there?
It's just us as a group, but the thing about the Last Waltz was that was the band's final concert in 1976, and they had guest artists like Bob Dylan and Neil Young, Eric Clapton, Dr. John, Muddy Waters, and a whole bunch more. What we're going to do is it's going to be our show, but we're going to have some guest artists ourselves to cover some of the guests from the original Last Waltz. We'll have someone doing the Eric Clapton role, and Neil Young, and several others. Not all of them, because we'd be there for 4 or 5 hours, but we're going to have special guests to sort of fill in those numbers that happened at the Last Waltz. It's going to be very exciting.
Okay. And you said 9 years ago you started your band?
Correct. Yep. 9 years.
And what instruments do you play in the band?
Primarily bass.
Okay.
That's my main role. On one song I play a fiddle. On one song I play a little drums. I kind of move around a little bit. Some of the other guys move around a little bit more. I mostly just cover the bass, and we all share in the vocals.
Okay. And you guys were just a group of friends that got together and... just started it, or how
Yeah,
did
it really started. It started with a keyboard player and myself, Jack Kraft. We go back to when we were teenagers playing in rock and roll bands locally. So we've been friends for a very long time, and both had a common interest in the band and this type of music. And one day, the idea just occurred to us to get a few friends together and see if we can do it just kind of for ourselves. We weren't really looking to put an act together and tour or anything like that. But once we started it, people started becoming interested in it and asking where we were playing. So we started to pick up some shows, and then we hooked up with a booking agency, and they expanded our reach, quite far. So it just sort of grew organically from a labor of love.
And where can we? Do you have like a website that we can go to listen to your music? Or
certainly, it's thebandband.com, and there's a video page where you can see a bunch of videos or links directly to YouTube. We can link to our Facebook page, and if you Google it up, you'll see a lot of videos of ours.
All right. And is there anything else you would like to say to all the listeners this afternoon?
Enjoy the beautiful weather and make yourself an appointment to come out to Mark Chunk Opera House on November 5th in Jim Thorpe, PA. And I will say one other thing. At the original Last Waltz, the promoter, Bill Graham, provided literally a Thanksgiving dinner for 5,000 attendees. We won't quite have a Thanksgiving dinner, but they will have hors d'oeuvres from a local organic farm. And they've done it before. It's fantastic. It's quite a spread, healthy and delicious, and is all included in the price, so you can really make quite an evening out of it.
All right, and that's Jim Thorpe's not that far from Kutztown here. I think that's about an hour away, or about
just about an hour. Yeah, I looked on the map, just about an hour.
All right. Well, thank you so much for calling in today.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you very much. We're going to cut to a short break now.
Pride is all gone with a too much. Letting you know